Hello students, let us get into the new chapter. Now you know organisms need food, water and oxygen for the survival, and all these food substances are to be transported to various parts of the body. So why the food needs to be transported and how is it transported? All these we learn in this chapter, transportation in animals and plants. Now we should know why do we need transportation. So to make all the food substances reach all the cells of our body, food substances are to be transported or circulated to each part of our body, and to make oxygen being available to all parts of our body. And also transportation is needed for the removal of the waste substances from the body. All these functions are possible through circulatory and excretory systems in our body, which constitute transportation. Transportation is nothing but circulation of food substances throughout our body. Now this is the picture that shows circulatory system. Now which are the organs that include in the circulatory system? Blood and its components, blood vessels and the heart. So when you get a cut on your body, what happens? Blood flows out. So what is blood? Blood is a fluid which flows in the blood vessels. It transports substances like digested food from the small intestine to the other parts of the body. You have learned in the nutrition in animals, the food gets completely digested in the small intestine. From the small intestine, digested food is transported to other parts of the body through the blood. And also the blood carries oxygen from the lungs to the cells of the body, pure oxygen, reoxygenated blood. And it also transports waste for the removal from the body. Yes, how does the blood carry various substances? Blood is composed of a fluid called plasma. This is the composition and the functions of blood. The picture shows the composition of blood. Blood is composed of a fluid called plasma, in which different types of cells are suspended. So one type of cells which you can see in this picture is the red blood cells. The one which is red in color, they are called red blood cells, RBC, which contain a red pigment called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin binds with oxygen and transports it to all parts of the body. And what is the function of the RBC now? It carries oxygen, it binds oxygen with it and transports it to all parts of the body and ultimately to all the cells. And it will be difficult to provide oxygen efficiently to all the cells of the body without hemoglobin. The presence of hemoglobin makes blood appear red. Why is the blood red in color? Because of the presence of red pigment called hemoglobin. And the next is white blood cells. Yes, in between the red blood cells there are the white blood cells. So what is the function of white blood cells? They fight against germs that may enter our body. It prevents the foreign particles that enter into our body. And when you get a cut in your body, blood comes out. So after some time you have noticed that bleeding had stopped. Bleeding will stop and a dark red clot will cover the cut. So this is because the clotting of blood. So this is done by the cells called platelets. So platelets help in the clotting of blood. So what are the functions of red blood cells? It carries oxygen along with the hemoglobin, and white blood cells fight against germs. Platelets help in clotting of blood. So this is all about blood and its components. Yes. Next we have blood vessels and the heart. So this we will continue in the next class. We'll end up the class here. Thank you.